Hey beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. And if this is a bit of a jump scare, I apologize. I'm actually filming my review of the Nomad Cosmetics Salem City Witch palette, Witch City Salem palette. It's those three words, and I think in the second order. Witch City Salem palette slash collection, because they do include lipsticks. So this is a lot more colorful than you guys have seen me in recent times, but either way, it's fun. I'm having a good time. I am not here for that video though. I'm here for one of my favorite videos to film, and that is a declutters empty video. I know. Why is it in a Chanel bag? I don't know. This has just been like really my garbage bag that's been sitting at the side of like this desk for a very long time. As soon as I'm like done with specific products, like whenever I empty something, it fits and falls really nicely into this bag. So this has become my trash can at this side of my makeup desk. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into these empties. I'm going to show you guys what I used up, what I will repurchase, what I will not be repurchasing. I do have a ton of backups, so generally speaking, I don't tend to like repurchase things immediately. But I just want to give you guys a sense of like if I needed to or if I really wanted to, these would be the products that I would definitely recommend buying again or would continue to have in my collection. Okay, first and foremost, I actually just emptied this, and it's honestly not even really empty. This is the Soft Focus Setting Spray from Hourglass. Now, it has products in there, but it stopped spraying. And because of how this bottle is, like, designed, like, I can't get in it. So, it's an empty because, like, I just can't use it anymore. It does have, I would say, somewhat of a mattifying effect. Is it the most mattifying setting spray I've ever used? No. And for that reason, I won't be picking this up again. Hourglass is not exactly one of the cheapest brands on the market. So when it comes to deciding where to invest my money on a setting spray, I would rather just spend the same very expensive price point for Hourglass to buy either Charlotte Tilbury, honestly, truly Charlotte Tilbury, or the Milk Setting Spray or the One Size Setting Spray. Those have been my three holy grails when it comes to mattifying setting sprays. Next up, cleanser. And this is a makeup removing balm. This has been my go-to for a couple years right now. It's actually one of the most affordable cleansing balms. This is the Vanilla & Co. Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. This is almost on par. I think it actually is kind of like drugstore pricing because I picked this up at Ulta Beauty. That's where it's available. I haven't seen it it's not in Sephora. It might be at like a Target, but Ulta Beauty is where I get mine. And this is probably the best cleansing balm that I've tried for the price point. I've used the Clinique, I've used the Elemis, but this is honestly the one that I think does the best job without leaving me with that greasy feeling that some of the other ones do. So I would definitely be picking this up again. I'm actually out of cleansing balms. Well, I just bought the Clinique cleansing balm, and I'm actually going to film that haul video immediately after this one. So I ended up buying the Clinique cleansing balm because I went to the cosmetics company store. It was on their clearance aisle, so it was 75% off. You know me, I like a sale more than anything else. So even though it's not my favorite cleansing balm, 75% off, I'm going to take it. Plus, there was an additional 15% off because it was Labor Day weekend. So listen, I need a sale. I love a good sale. But if you are looking for an affordable cleansing balm, the Vanilla & Co., you get tons of product. This also does come in smaller sizes, so you can get it either as a travel size or I think like slightly smaller than this. So you don't have to buy the jumbo, but I bought the jumbo. I've been using it for years. Absolutely love it. Okay. Moisturizer. So I got sent the Paula's Choice Ultra Repair Moisturizer in PR. This is a really nice one. It is very soft, very lightweight. This is a really good summer moisturizer for me because it's super duper light. It doesn't leave me feeling oily or greasy. As someone with oily skin, I don't like, or I tend to look for products that's not going to add too much heaviness to my face, particularly in the summertime. In the wintertime, this might not be the most effective for my skin because then I'd be dry. We all be dry being inside. So I usually want something that's a little bit heavier, but this I would say is either a good summertime moisturizer or a good just like daytime moisturizer when you don't want something heavy, because I try to keep my heavy moisturizers for night when my skin is repairing so that it, you know, helps my skin be more supple, more fresh. But overall, definitely recommend. This was a good one. Speaking of setting sprays, and I told you guys about my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, I did finish up my travel size of this one. Oh, this is such a good baby. This is such a good one. Will I repurchase this? Honestly, I think I might. I do have a number of trips coming up throughout the end of the year, and I think this would be a good one for me to replay so I can travel with it. Yeah, I think I might end up doing that. because this has been like my go-to, especially when I travel for work or even for pleasure. Whenever I travel, I want a setting spray. I need something that's compact, something that's like thin, easy to travel with, and that I know is going to lock my makeup in, and this one absolutely does. Now, the conundrum, the question mark here is that Charlotte Tilbury just released a mattifying version of the setting spray. This one was already mattifying enough for me. So I am like kind of curious as to whether or not that mattifying one works better than this one, to be quite honest. And, I wonder if it's coming out if it comes out in a travel size, maybe I'll pick that one up and also pick up a travel size of this one so I can do a comparison video for you guys. Let me know if you would like to see me compare both of these, because this is the best setting spray that I've ever used. And I don't even like Charlotte. Whew, okay. So if you are an oily skin gal, that is the setting spray for you. Give it a try and let me know and get back to me. You guys already know, so I'm not going to stick to this. I always go in with a moisturizing serum before anything else I put on my face. And that is the Clinique Moisture Surge Hydrating Serum Concentrate. Hydrating Supercharged Concentrate. Way too long in terms of words. But I go through so many of these, at least once a month or a month and a half. So I buy these in bulk. I always try to buy them at the CCO because these I think are in like the $45 to $50 range, so they're not cheap. So I try to always buy them when the CCO has a 60% off Clinique sale. And yes, I buy them in like the 5-6 at a time because I use this and have been using this for years and absolutely love it. And 100% recommend if you just want like a lightweight serum that helps keep your skin really nice and moisturized and refreshed. Okay, I finished up a bottle of my simple micellar cleanser water. This is what I use sometimes when I'm taking off my makeup. So if I don't go in with a cleansing balm, what I will typically do is add some micellar water to a cotton pad, let it sit on the eyes for like 30 seconds, and then use that to take off the makeup. Or if I generally have very heavy like makeup that might do a little bit of staining like this, I would go in with my micellar water as well, like before even going in with my cleansing balm. So this I've been using for many years at this point. I do have one that's currently in my bathroom right now, already repurchased, and I think I have another backup in my backups drawer. So that is one that I completely recommend. I've used so many times over. Sticking with cleansers, I go through a lot of cleansers, you guys, and I go through more skincare than makeup, which I think is typical for all of us. But yeah, just flagging. So finally finished up my Chanel Beauty cleansers, and I think I'm officially done with all of the ones that I have. I don't typically buy Chanel Beauty skincare. It's expensive and honestly not that great. Just being honest, you're paying for the name versus the properties of it. Like, you could get a cleanser that does the exact same thing at the drugstore, at CeraVe. Like, it being 100% frank. It doesn't even have that much of a nice scent either. You know what I mean? So, and who really wants the fragrance in their skincare? I digress. Let's keep going. So, I have the Water to Foam cleanser. This is the mousse. And then this is the invigorating toner. Where's the other one? I'm missing a cleanser. Anyways, so the toner, it was fine. Nothing to write home about. Honestly, I can't even remember. That's how uninspiring, forgetful this toner was, because I can't remember if it did anything for my skin or not. I don't think it did anything. You guys know how I feel about the Good Molecules niacinamide toner. I'm actually also using one from, I think, Artemis. There's this toning essence that I got in PR. Oh, that one's good, baby. That is a good one. Definitely recommend that one. But the Chanel one, I can't even remember. Genuinely don't even remember it. So take that for however you want to take it. As for the Water to Foam cleanser, this is actually really good. It's a good cleanser. That being said, is it like revolutionary? No. Again, you can find a good cleanser at the drugstore. So not saying you have to go out and buy Chanel cleansers. This, I think, is really good if you have oily skin. It does a really good job at like definitely stripping everything. Did I feel a little bit dry and like, you know when your skin is a little bit dry after like washing it with soap? Maybe a little bit, but not over the top. Like, it's not too stripping. And I would rather feel like it take everything off than like be wondering if like it left like a film on there. You know what I mean? So yeah. Now, why do I have these? Because I guess I kind of complained about like not spending a ton of money on Chanel. Let me explain. During their holiday sale, Chanel does these like kits They're actually pretty affordable in terms of like how much product you get for the price point, and you usually get like a little makeup bag with it. So every year they've done a skincare kit where you get a cleanser, a toner, and something else, I think, or just a cleanser and a toner, 2 sort of skincare products. And with that price point, it does make it worth it in terms of value. So if you do want to pick this up, I would say wait for the Chanel holiday bags to come out, and you can pick it up that way. That's how I purchased mine. I think I'm done with all of my Chanel skincare. But I would not go out and purchase this on its own. Like, this isn't something that I would go to refill because it's a necessity in my collection. It's something that because there was a good sale and I like the makeup bag, that's why I would buy it again. But on an everyday basis, this is not the first cleanser I would think to go to. Or even top 5. Speaking about the niacinamide toner, I have finished 1 bottle of that from Good Molecules. You guys know, love, 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 absolute holy grail. The only reason I don't have one right now is because I'm trying to use up some of the other toners in my collection. Because at a point, I was just like repurchasing this and not using the backups that I have. So I'm really trying to go through my skincare collection. That's the thing about buying too much skincare. Let's digress for half a second. When you find skincare products that work for you, you really want to stick with it and continue to use it. But when you keep buying different products to try, it can throw things off. And like, when you find the one that works, you don't want to use the ones that you've already purchased to try. So that's why I'm like trying not to continuously keep buying skincare. If I get it in PR, and I don't get a ton of skincare PR, I don't get a ton of PR at all. If I get it in PR, yes, I'll use it, I'll try it. But for the most part, I'm trying not to repurchase anything until I use up what's in my collection. And the sad part of that is that sometimes I use the things that are in my collection in my backups drawers, and it's not as good as the ones that I actually love. Like, I always come back to this toner, period, because it does give a really nice brightening effect. And let me be clear, brightening, not lightening. I know a lot of people have reached out to me and asked me like, I don't want anything to lighten my skin. It does not lighten your skin. It just gives you like a glow, like you've been in the sun and you're just like really effervescent. It brightens, it doesn't lighten. Just want to be clear. But I love the brightening, like, I love the brightening, that effect that I get from this, that when I go use my backups and I don't get the same effect, I'm like, dang, I just want to go back to the one that I have, but I don't want to leave the skincare that I do have to go bad. See what I mean? Okay, tangent over. Oh, fragrances. This is new. I actually finished up a couple of fragrances. So one of my goals is to finish using a lot of the perfumes in my collection. I have a pretty large perfume collection. I love fragrances, and I am not shy about using it. I wear perfume to bed. I wear fragrances every day, and I'm not shy about wearing my expensive fragrances. So like my Chanel's, my Tom Ford, like I don't care, my errands, like I will wear them every day to stay home. And I work from home. So because I work from home, where else am I gonna wear it? You know what I mean? And like I said, I wear perfume to bed. So love my fragrances. My collection did get a little bit out of control. If you saw a couple months ago, I believe at this point, I did do a haul of a bunch of Arabic perfumes from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think it was just TJ Maxx. So like I added a bunch more. So now I'm really, really trying to like use up the fragrances that have like just a tinsy bit. There's always a bunch of fragrances that have like a little bit left in the bottle. So I'm really, really, really trying to use those up so I can clear things out. You know what I mean? So I actually used up 2 of my Dossier fragrances. Now it's been a minute since I've worked with Dossier, but I worked with them a couple years back. And this is one of my absolute favorite brands. I don't love spending a ton of money on fragrances. Like, if you thought makeup was expensive, don't fall in love with fragrances. It is worse. It is 1,000 times worse. Like, so much worse. Like, you can spend $50, $70, maybe $100 on a palette. Perfumes, the good ones, $300, $400. At the lowest, and like by the lowest, I mean like a travel size might run you like $80. Okay, so I love Dossier because they take those very expensive fragrances and they create, not even, I guess they are dupes, exact dupes for a much more affordable price. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that. I know people have issues with duping. I know people have issues with the longevity. For me, it's always worked really well. I still have a bunch of Dossier fragrances, and it's a great opportunity for me to test the fragrances and see how I like the scent overall. Because when you immediately apply something, you may not feel the same way a couple hours later as your body chemistry starts to mix with the different scents and some of the base notes come to the top. Because you usually get those sort of top opening notes, and then as time goes on, you start to get the middle and the base notes. So I think this is it's always a good opportunity for me to be able to try it, smell it, wear it. And then if I honestly really like it, I will go out and buy the original scent. So that's what Dossier has done for me. It's like, it showed me like the fragrances that I like. And then if I like it, I go and buy the ones that it's inspired by. Okay, so I finished up Ambery Saffron. I'm not sure what this is inspired by. Oh, but it's so good. So the top notes are saffron, orange blossom. Middle notes are jasmine, plum, and cedarwood. And the base notes are oak musk, fir, balsam, and amber. Yeah. It has a little bit of a gourmand fragrance to it, so it definitely smells more gourmand than I love. Like, it's on the sweet end. But it's nice. I like that one. And I'm going to try to put up what fragrance it's inspired by at the bottom so you guys know. And then I also finished up Floriental Vanilla. So the top notes are mandarin, pear, pink pepper, and licorice. The middle notes are jasmine, orange blossom. Jasmine and orange blossom. And the base notes are cedarwood, patchouli, vanilla, and coffee. Yeah. This I love. So this, I would say, this is a very, very wintry fragrance. This might be fall. Maybe like a spring fragrance. Spring going into summer. Yeah, it's definitely giving more spring. Okay. So, Ambery Saffron, Floriental Vanilla. Okay. And sticking with fragrance, because I did finish up one more. I'm so happy about this one, but also so sad. I finished up the Laura Mercier. This is the Amber Vanille fragrance. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know what the notes are on this. And did you know Laura Mercier sold fragrances? Bet you didn't. I found this at a TJ Maxx, and this is the second fragrance I've tried from Laura Mercier. The first one I had was a fig fragrance. Oh, probably the best fig that I've ever had in a perfume so far. And this one's really nice. It's a vanilla fragrance, so very, very basic, which is why I used it a ton because I was, just at home. A nice vanilla fragrance is such a solid find. It's like you can layer it with anything. And it's very good, just sort of base fragrance. And I don't love a lot of gourmand fragrances, but I do like a good vanilla. And this was a good vanilla. Okay, let's keep going. So I did finish up, finally, my Bobbi Brown face base. What's this? Priming moisturizer. Okay, couple of thoughts. This is thick. This baby's thick. This is not a primer. This is a moisturizer. Hands on, period. At a point, I just stopped using it as a primer because it was lotion. It was a thick moisturizer for your face. If you have oily skin, if you even have combination skin, I do not recommend this. And I will say, it took me so long to finish this up, and quite frankly, I should have thrown it away because I do think this causes breakouts. I know I've heard other people say that as well, but I realized that when I used this more than let's say 2, maybe 3 days in a row, my skin was angry. So I had to use this very, very sparingly. I tried not to use it back to back at all. I tried to use it every 2 days, every 3 days, because I didn't want to waste it because it's expensive. It's so expensive, but I probably should have thrown it away. So, do I recommend picking this up? No, I will never buy this again. Ever. I did get, I think this one I even got for free at the CCO, but it was still so expensive I felt bad wasting it, but I will never repurchase it again. So, I also finished up the Face the Truth Gentle Cleanser. This is from Ole Henriksen. It's a nice cleanser. Nothing to write home about. Did the job. That's literally all I can say about it. It doesn't stand out to me in memory in terms of it being really bad or really good. So it's just, it is a cleanser, a option. Oh, now this was actually a really good cleansing balm. This is the Keys Soul Care Cleansing Balm. This is Alicia Keys' brand. This was really nice. I like this. It did a really good job of taking off my makeup. Am I going to go out of the way to buy Alicia Keys skincare? No, I'm not. But, and where did I get this? I don't know how I got this. Maybe it was PR. Maybe it was, I don't know how I got it, but it was nice. It worked. I do remember that. I do remember it did a really good job at taking off my makeup. That's it. That's all I remember though. So I finished up one of my Sephora Micro Smooth powders. This is in the shade Toffee. Da, 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 da. So excited about this. I love this powder. This is one of Sephora's best products. I think they did a little bit of reformulation, not 100% sure. One thing I do want to flag about the Sephora collection is a lot of people sleep on it because it doesn't have the fanciest packaging. It looks very simple. It looks very basic. But the formulas in those packaging, which is what really matters, are absolutely phenomenal. This is a baked powder that they call a powder foundation. I typically use it to set my foundation, but it does add a little bit of coverage. So if you really wanted just a light today with no liquid foundation, you could go in with this by itself. And these powders are made in Italy. So again, really like nice formulas that luxury brands, like made in places that luxury brands make their products at like super cheap price. I think this powder is like $20 something. And when you buy, I think it's 21 at the max. And if you buy it during the Sephora VIB sale, it's 30% off regardless of whether you are VIB or Rouge or just Beauty Insider. So 100% recommend you guys check this out. I will probably pick this up during the Sephora VIB sale. Probably just one more. I'm currently using one right now. I will pick up one more just because I do know at a point they kind of like pulled this from the shelves, so I'm assuming that there was a reformulation that happened. So I want to see if it's the same formula. Maybe they removed talc or something, who knows. So I want to see if it's the same like formula that I actually know and love. Oh, I found one more fragrance. So I finished up my Tom Ford, travel size Tom Ford Soleil Neige spray. Oh, this was a good one. Oh, yeah, this is one of the good ones. Now, Tom Ford as a brand, some of their fragrances I like, some of them I don't. I will say that they are very ambiguous, like gender ambiguous when it comes to their fragrances. And I like to smell a little bit more musky. Like I don't love the super gourmand, super sweet scents. So I do like their fragrances because of how ambiguous they are. This one is definitely on the lighter side. So I will say it leads way more feminine. Like I can't see any men wearing this. So yeah, this is a good one. I do have this in the body oil, which does include a little bit of the fragrance to it. Not a ton, so but there's a light fragrance to it. And I would probably pick this up in a full size if I were to find it at like on super sale at the CCO. So yeah, I would buy this. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, couple of serums that I finished up. So I emptied my vitamin C toner. This is from Face Theory. This is a brand that they sent me this in PR with a couple other products. I'm not sure their skincare agrees with my skin. Just being honest. I think that most of their products I didn't love. Like right now their moisturizer, I'm gonna have to give that to my sister or something. It pills on my skin. It's not a good moisturizer for me. So, and the toner was fine. I will say the packaging for this doesn't make a ton of sense. First of all, this is the size of the toner bottle. This is like a serum. And you know when you put a little bit of toner on cotton pad, but like this doesn't last very long. So I didn't understand this in terms of toners. So yeah, there's that. Hyaluronic acid from the Ordinary. It's good. It's fine. I've used the Ordinary many years. I haven't used them a ton in recent years. But I like to have a thicker, heavier serum at night, hyaluronic acid serum at night. So it's great. It's fine. I have nothing to say about it. And the Trubella Active Serum from True Botanicals. Now, this is a brand, their products are so good. Their cleansing balm was really good. This serum is really good. I think I have 2 more serums from them. I have to double check what's in my little collection, but such a good quality brand. 100% recommend in case you all were looking at their skincare. It is on the pricey side, I will say that. So I'm glad that I got sent it in PR so I could give it a try. But yeah, whew. If I just had, you know, unlimited cash, I would invest in there. I would invest more in their skincare. Okay, one prescription product I finished, my Anexon. This is a mix of benzoyl peroxide and clindamycin. I do have cystic acne, and I do use prescription products for my acne. This is the primary one that I use during the day. It is a little bit drying and can be a little bit irritating to the skin. It's 1.2% clindamycin and 3.75% benzoyl peroxide. And I try to I will typically, if my skin is feeling really good, I'll use it every day. If it's not, then I try to do every other day or every 2 days so that my skin doesn't get like overly sensitized. Okay, this is an old one, so don't laugh at me. I was going through my makeup collection, just trying to clean old things out, and I found this old Haus Labs liner. This is their brown liner. The Haus Labs eyeliners used to be my absolute favorite thing. And it works on the back of my hand, but on the eyes, Nothing. I couldn't get this to like actually be like, you see, where is all of this coming from? But when I try to put it on the eyes, it doesn't do that. Like, so frustrating. Like, all this good pigment, but like the minute I try, and I don't know if it's because I was doing it too gentle, like, but so much pigment on the back of my hand. But I love a brown eyeliner because when you're wearing like really simple looks, or you don't want to be too dramatic, I find brown eyeliner to be really good for just like softening a look in the simplest way. It's the simplest way to soften a look. Go in with a brown eyeliner instead of a black. Okay, I finished a lip gloss from Pat McGrath. This is my absolute favorite lip gloss from her. This is the Bronze Temptation shade. I love this shade so much that I actually bought another one of these just because. And I have like so much lip products, including so much of her lip glosses, that I didn't need to buy another one because I have other shades in it. But I just love her lip gloss formula. So I bought another one in that exact same shade. And lastly, I finished up my What's Up Beauty primer. This is the Positivity primer. This is a really nice primer, you guys. It's very lightweight, very hydrating. And I was a little bit worried when they sent this my way because when it comes to hydrating primers, what I find is that because I have oily skin, they don't work well for me. So I tend to avoid them. But this one didn't cause me to get even oily or anything like that. So I would actually really consider purchasing another one of these. Like, oh, like it's a very, like it's almost like a moisturizer type of texture, but when you blended it into the skin, it didn't feel greasy, it didn't leave a sheen, like it created a really nice base for foundation. Like it wasn't tacky, like I really enjoyed this. Yeah, if they have a sale, I would probably buy another one of these. Okay, and that's it for me, guys. That's all of the products in my empties. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I picked up. Let me know. Do you guys enjoy these videos? I know I love making them. Do you like seeing and hearing the products that I used up and how I feel about them? Leave all of that in the comments below. And if you just want to support and you don't know what to comment, go ahead and leave an orange heart. I love seeing those as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.